Hello, beautiful, amazing, wonderful individuals out there. Today, I would like to speak about how the more consciousness and interest you put out to the world and the cosmos, the more you receive back from it. By being interested in the earth as a whole and all its different parts, to be interested in the human being and all our different faculties, to be interested in the cosmos and the stars and the planets, the constellations, and to find out where it macrocosmically fits in with our microcosmic reality. It is easy to say that we are microcosmic in a macrocosmic universe, but to be able to have that as a reality by finding out what builds our body up, what brings about certain temperaments, what brings about thinking, feeling, and willing, and so on. By asking the deeper questions, by sitting and contemplating and reflecting on the more important things in life. Everything we do, everything we feel, and everything we think affects everything around us. What we focus on is often how we operate in this realm. So, if we are constantly focused on all the despair, all of the pains, all of the sufferings, without any kind of healing impulses coming in, an upward arc, you will never be able to balance this out. It is a kind of a balance between idealism and materialism, the balance in the middle. Since we are human bodies, since we are physical, and that we do need nourishments and we do need necessities of things, we do still operate under certain conditions. Of course, we do have a whole lot of freedom outside of this, in our thinking, feeling, and willing. We can, within freedom, choose what kind of thought process, what kind of inner process, inner work, inner life we can achieve. This is fully and wholly up to each and individual one of us. But here's the kicker. If we neglect our inner world and only focus on the outer physical, we will only see this outer physical, and we are disconnected from how we react to the outer physical. Often then we are putting out things we do not necessarily truly stand for because we are disconnected to what we stand for. That is meaning giving up, more or less. Inner death, aimlessness, purposelessness, no ambitions, no aspirations. That is inner death. Staying comfortable here and want to be here because it is a-okay and it feels good, and here I can nest, brings about what happens in our body if certain smaller bacteria and such gets comfortable. Yes, stagnation brings disease. So to be alive, to having your movement inside, here and now, in direct relation with what we experience, brings about a certain truth and beauty to our reality. If we only are inside of ourselves and feel pain or are fantasizing, disconnected from reality, disconnected from what we are living, it is abstract thinking. There is no reality in it except abstractions. We haven't gained any reality connected to it. But if you use your time and effort to try to find out what this beautiful hierarchy is, and see where each and individual part of this hierarchy is working, like spirits of movement, spirits of form, spirits of wisdom, and the archangels and angels, seraphim, cherubim, thrones, and see where they operate. The most lovely part of all is that the hierarchy of love, of morals and ethics are much higher in rank than evil is, the gods of hindrances. Think about that for a moment. So, everything we are here and what we are doing, we are brought upon ourselves. And to guide a new healing impulse into this is highly necessary today. That is why we go above and beyond to try to bring amends, to bring repair, to bring a form of medicine to this world by doing medicine. Breath, inner work, thinking, feeling and willing is in direct relation to health, to how our body chooses to function in a proper and an effective manner. Of course, if we do train our body too hard and we become very, very connected with our physical body, but it is not necessarily helpful all the time to spiritual faculties. Don't get me wrong, to be healthy and to be active is highly, highly useful, and it does sharpen up the body. But it is important to not be obsessed with it. Use it as distraction, use it as something to have a purposeful life for. The purpose of life is to learn, to grow, to evolve, to embody humankind, to embody human being, a human being, thinking, feeling and willing human being, here on earth with other human beings. And we affect all around us, so it is important to be aware and maybe have a certain strength and control of how we operate, at least to a certain degree. Of course, to be too disciplined and too hard on yourself, you go too far to the right. And if you're too frivolous, if you are too childish, you go over to the left side. But staying in the middle here, where the child and the sage hold the hands together and create. The child infuses it with playful new impulse energies, and the sage brings about the structure for it. And hence it builds a new third stream. That is the triad in contrast to the duad. We are threefold. We are in balance with the Ahrimanic and the Luciferic streams. Another occult secret. Study Rudolf Steiner if you want to know more about that. And this world is so worth working for. And it is so meaningless to only try to gain for ourselves. It is so meaningless to want. But what are you going to do with it if you don't have anyone to share the experience with? If you don't have anyone to enjoy and to truly feel your soul with another of mankind? And this is true love. Not that chemical or more or less physical love you gain by being smitten or falling for someone. No. This is true wanting to understand a human being. Go to the depths. Go to what truly matters. Here we can find an equal ground where we can meet face to face without any masks, clothes of protection, or we do feel safe to share our soul. And if someone is degrading that, we do also have our guardian, because we are not afraid, and we do work towards what is good, work toward what is morals and ethics, work towards what is beautiful, what is spiritual, what is human. So much we have forgotten about ourselves. That is why it is important to again introduce new ways of doing things. That was a confirmation. This, I think, is what I had to say today. Yes. May the divine guide you all on this path further to evolution and growth and becoming human. Love you all. Goodbye.